Hola, hola.
Buenos días, buenas tardes, buenas noches, everyone.
Welcome to Daily Invocation, or Soul's Check-In, where we take a moment to check in with ourselves, connect with each other, and maybe share, maybe reflect, but definitely invoke some divine energy, which is always with us and always available.
And today we wanted to invoke and check in with something that often comes up with deep spiritual work, like we frequently do at Soul's Enterprise, be it breath work or soul steady movement or transcendation. We wanted to take a few moments today and invoke, check in with some parts work.
So, if you've done any inner child healing, not always, not all therapists will do this, but good ones will let you at least know about parts work. So, instead of telling you what it is, because it's pretty self explanatory, I'd like to model it a little bit so that you get a taste of it. So, feel free to follow along. This practice is also really, 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 really good to do when there is heightened emotions. So, if you are triggered by someone or something and you have some moments to yourself, that is the perfect opportunity to walk yourself through this process. We teach this in Trauma to Triumph as part of the integration part of the 9-point nonlinear process. I got it right. And we also, in our one-on-one work with clients, it can come up during breath work, etc. All right. So I will model. So basically, to make it more clear for the viewers, because you're not in my head, you can only hear what I'm able to express verbally. When I face directly as I am now, this is my 37-year-old self. And this is just one way to do it, by the way. There are plenty of others that might work slightly different or that might work better for you. When I'm answering as my younger part, we'll see what age shows up today. Then I'll turn sideways just so you know that that's the younger version. And I did this last night, which is why I wanted to share this with you guys, because it's pretty in vivo. We use the tools we teach, which is why we teach them, because they work. All right. So I was in a very emotional place last night and I was feeling a lot of sadness. So the first thing you want to do, for me, it helps to close my eyes and start to tune into my body. I feel tension in my right shoulder. It might be an actual emotion. And then you want to ask, how old are you? And just listen. 13, 14. And what do you need? I need attention. I feel like no one is watching. And that makes me angry, makes me want to rebel. I hear that. I hear the anger and feeling unseen. Hmm. I see you. I know who you are. I know you mean well. And it's okay to be angry. So, for today's demonstration, usually when I get some sigh of relief, sometimes there's a particular change. Like if I had been crying, there's a particular change in the crying that feels a little bit more settled rather than panicky or oh, heightened, this heightened kind of emotionality. So that's one way that I do the conversation with my part. And what's so powerful about it is that then these parts of us are not no longer in hiding. So these parts of us get a little stuck. So this part that showed up today, 13, 14 years old, was angry and feeling unseen. And that might show up in my relationships, might show up in my relationship with Prasad or my family here, or it might even show up with clients. And it doesn't usually show up in a healthy way. That part, that 13 or 14-year-old part, wants to be seen. Well, it wanted attention, was the words that it used today. And so it will do whatever it can to get that attention. But because it's a 14-year-old part of me and not the 37-year-old part of me, it's going to probably do it in unhealthy ways. You see? And that's what we don't want, right? So we want to be able to be there for that part of us. For those of us that had a chaotic home, neglect, or trauma growing up, we probably didn't get attention, affection, or enough of it, or it was negative, or there was too much chaos to really get what we needed from the adults that were better equipped to give it to us. Now, as adults, we can do that for ourselves and we can heal those parts, connect with those parts, reconnect and rediscover.
And with others, professionally or just in a supportive environment, to be witnessed. Very, very key with our parts. And as parts come up, sometimes repressed, sometimes suppressed, sometimes far down, like Karunadara was saying, can come up with deep work, like breath work. To be witnessing them, just present, like Karunadara wonderfully demonstrated. Oh, you're angry. It's okay to be angry. Great to do with yourself, to meet with compassion, and wonderful with others present too, to help hold space for you. So many options, many powerful ways to dive into parts work.
So we invite you to take this with you, watch the video again if you have to, and just reflect. You saw how easy it was. That I didn't make it up. That was literally, that's how accessible these parts, because they are us. It's just, this is one way to reintegrate those pieces back in and start to heal them. So try it and let us know how it goes. Thank you.
Thank you all
for being here.
Much love.
Namaste. Hasta luego.